Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this. Jamie Redknapp makes clear. Trent Alexander-Arnold point after dip in Liverpool. Form. Jamie Redknapp has claimed he is not surprised Liverpool has struggled with the change of personnel at right back this season, following the departure of Trent Alexander-Arnold over the summer. The Liverpool Academy graduate ended his 20-year association with the club when he chose to join Real Madrid at the end of last season, meaning that for the first time in nearly a decade, the Reds have been forced to find a new first-choice right-back, Connor Bradley. Jeremy Frimpong and Dominic Szoboszlai have been deployed in that role with varying degrees of success. All three have endured difficult moments defensively, while Mohamed Salah's form has suffered without his regular partner on the right flank. Speaking ahead of the Manchester United clash on Sunday, Redknapp backed Arne Slot to find the solution and was keen to highlight the season is still very much in its infancy. Yeah, but that goes without saying. He's such a talent, the former midfielder said on Sky Sports, when asked if Liverpool is missing Alexander-Arnold's creativity. When you look at the top of the assist league, it's always him. It's what he brought to the team. But he isn't here anymore, so you have to now adjust. The right-backs that have come in, Connor hasn't really hit the ground running yet. Frimpong, I can't quite figure out. He played in a back three predominantly in Germany, and he feels like he looks lost at right back, but he may be an option as a forward player. Hasn't quite happened. They've tried Szoboszlai. That probably feels the best fit, but if you asked him does he want to play right back, I'm sure the answer would be no. He wants to play as a number 10, no 8, that's his position. So right now it's just trying to find the right balance in the team, but they will get there. This is their 8th game this season in the Premier League. This is a really good game for them today, Redknapp added, on the United game. This is one where it can all change around. And then we can start talking about the positives about a lot of these players. Meanwhile, Alexander-Arnold is reportedly set to return to the real side in time for the Champions League encounter against Liverpool next month. The 27-year-old has struggled with an injury in recent weeks, but posted an update of him stepping up his progress over the international break. Ex-Liverpool executive in awe. Discussions over joining Premier League rivals. Former Liverpool Director of Scouting and Recruitment Dave Fallows is in discussions to join Chelsea in a senior sporting leadership position. Fallows departed Liverpool in October 2024 after 12 years at the club, having delayed his exit to help with the transition to a new football leadership structure. During his tenure, Fallows played a key role in Liverpool's transformation and success, helping the club to Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, twice, Club World Cup, and UEFA Super Cup triumphs. He was instrumental in implementing Liverpool's data-driven recruitment model, introduced after Brendan Rodgers became manager in 2012. This approach led to the signings of pivotal modern-era players including Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Andy Robertson, and Alisson Becker. David Ornstein reports that the 45-year-old is expected to work closely with sporting directors Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, as well as co-directors of recruitment and talent Joe Shields and Sam Jewell. His role would likely focus on scouting, player development pathways, and broader football strategy. Reflecting on his time at Anfield, Fallows said, "I have been very privileged to work for this incredible football club. The fantastic people here, starting with the supporters, make it so special. To have had the opportunity to work with so many talented players and colleagues, many of whom are now friends, is something I am very grateful for." Before his time at Liverpool, Fallows held positions at Manchester City, Newcastle United, and Bolton Wanderers, building a strong reputation for strategic recruitment and player identification. The respect Fallows commanded at Liverpool is clear from the way Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes responded to his departure last year. David's reputation is second to none in his field, and his achievements at the club mean he leaves with utmost gratitude and affection, Hughes told LiverpoolFC.com at the time. It speaks volumes about Dave that he remained with us to help with the transition and settling in of a new football leadership team, including myself. I will always be grateful for his advice and assistance during this period. Edwards also hailed his close friend. Dave has been a trusted colleague for over 10 years and a close friend for 2 decades, said FSG's CEO of football. He and his family will always be welcome at our club after the contribution he has made. We will miss him. Liverpool versus Manchester United Premier League live match time and streaming. Once known for their dramatic late-game victories, Liverpool now finds themselves on the receiving end of such heartbreak, suffering back-to-back Premier League defeats with injury-time goals from Eddie Nketiah and Estevão Willian. Their recent loss to Chelsea, a 2-1 setback, allowed Arsenal to surge to the top of the table. Liverpool also endured a disappointing 1-0 defeat to Galatasaray in the Champions League, a match in which the Turkish side could have won by a bigger margin. While some fans fear that this could mark the beginning of a prolonged decline, others see it as a result of the upheaval in the squad after the summer transfer window. Liverpool has struggled defensively, conceding 9 goals in the league, the most among the top 9 teams. They haven't kept a clean sheet since mid-September, and a third consecutive defeat would be a rare occurrence at Anfield. Meanwhile, Manchester United under Ruben Amorim are showing signs of recovery, winning 2 of their last 3 matches, including a 2-0 victory over Sunderland. Despite still struggling on the road, United will arrive at Anfield with a positive mindset, hoping to leapfrog Liverpool in the standings. However, Amorim has yet to secure back-to-back wins in the Premier League. Liverpool team news. Liverpool has had little positive news recently, but manager Slot provided some relief in his pre-match press conference, confirming that both Ibrahima Konate and Ryan Gravenberch are fit to face Manchester United. However, first-choice goalkeeper Alisson Becker, recovering from a hamstring injury, remains unavailable, along with Giovanni Leoni, who is out with an ACL injury. There was no update on Wataru Endo, although he was unlikely to make the matchday squad anyway. After making history during World Cup qualifying, Mohamed Salah couldn't have asked for a better opportunity to rediscover his form, especially against Man United, where he's directly contributed to 19 Premier League goals, the most by any player against them. Manchester United team news. Salah will face a weakened Manchester United defense this weekend. With Lisandro Martinez still weeks away from returning due to a knee injury, and Noussair Mazraoui, knock, and Aiden Heaven, unspecified, both uncertain for the match. Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim reassured fans about Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Amad Diallo, and Matheus Cunha, who missed training on Thursday. All 4 were simply given extra rest after international duties and are available for the weekend fixture. Cunha might have to settle for a spot on the bench again, as the in-form trio of Mason Mount, Benjamin Sesko, and Brian Mbeumo are expected to be retained. However, Amorim is reportedly considering giving Manuel Ugarte a surprise start after he was left out of the Uruguay squad. Jamie Carragher urges Arne Slot to act like a Real Madrid manager after Liverpool transfer spree. Due to the unprecedented nature of Liverpool's spending this summer, the job description of a Liverpool manager has also changed. Jamie Carragher argues. Speaking ahead of the Man United game, the ex-Liverpool defender claimed Arne Slot has to act like a Real Madrid manager would. Even if only for a few months. They've brought in a lot of players and it's given the manager a few problems, Carragher said on YNWA. When you have spent that much on players, you have to make that work, and you have to find a way to get the players into the team. The idea that Florian Wirtz won't get into the Liverpool team most weeks is nonsensical. You are going to have to find a way to make it work. It makes me think a little bit of Real Madrid. The summer Liverpool had was Real Madrid-like. It wasn't Liverpool-like. Liverpool don't normally, at least when I played and under Jurgen Klopp, go and buy the best players on the market for the most money. That wasn't the way Liverpool did things. But they did it this summer. Alexander Isak is arguably the best available striker on the market, and Florian Wirtz is the best number 10. They paid big money for them. That's what Real Madrid would do most summers, and then the managers like Vicente Del Bosque or Carlo Ancelotti would just have to figure it out. They would be given a set of players, and that's what Arne Slot has got to do. It's been a Real Madrid summer for Liverpool in terms of transfer fees. They may need their manager to be a Real Madrid manager as such for the next few months and just try and make things work. Not necessarily getting them into his system, but how does he get this team functioning well and getting the best from them? Richard Hughes completes genius deal. Richard Hughes will have done it again with another genius deal. The club's sporting director has a pretty good track record. Not just at Liverpool, but at Bournemouth as well, where he built a super team, with stars like Dean Huijsen, Milos Kerkez, and Antoine Semenyo. Now at Liverpool, he's brought in Kerkez as well as Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak. On top of that, the Reds have Hugo Ekitike, Jeremy Frimpong, and Giovanni Leone as well. Hughes' business has been nothing short of terrific. Even in his first summer at the club when he wasn't as active, he brought in Federico Chiesa, who has become a cult figure at Anfield, and Georgi Mamardashvili, who will play an important role as the understudy and future successor to Alisson. Not to mention the recruitment of Rio Ngumoha, who might just become a generational talent. There are other deals that seem less genius on the surface, but when you really dig deeper, become all the more impressive. There were so many deals being done in the summer, one went under the radar amid all the talk of Isak, and Wirtz. Hughes agreed to loan James McConnell to Ajax towards the final weeks of the window and struck a new contract with him in what could end up being a genius deal. McConnell is very highly rated by the club's academy ranks. Arne Slot is a big fan of him too, which is why sending him out on loan to Ajax makes so much sense. Johnny Heitinga, who worked with Slot at Liverpool, is in charge of the club. So he's arrived at an environment where his current manager already knows him and understands the role he could play in his team. So far, it's been a bit of a slower start for the 21-year-old, having come back from an injury and then having suffered a knock. However, he's slowly getting the opportunities that he should be getting and making his moments count. His latest 20-minute came on in a defeat to AZ Alkmaar was a great example of that. On Saturday afternoon, McConnell came on to replace Jorthi Mokio, and he put in a solid performance. The Liverpool wonderkid won all of his ground duels, 3-3, and completed all of his dribble attempts, 1-1, while also completing 12 out of 14 passes. That's a really active cameo from the youngster. In 20 minutes, McConnell put a lot on the table, and while he could not turn the game around for his side, he definitely showed that he is ready to start a game. Since arriving at Ajax, he's yet to do that, but he's only been available for 5 games and he's made 4 substitute appearances, all with impressive moments. Moving to the Dutch Giants was always going to be a massive step up for McConnell, considering he's mostly just been playing U21 football at Liverpool, but it's also a genius deal. If he can play regularly and catch the eye, Liverpool may unearth a special talent. After all, Ajax have a great track record of producing elite players into world football. McConnell is on the right track, and if he can continue to build on his cameos in a year's time, he might just be ready to step up to Liverpool's first team and become the next midfielder from the club's academy to play a key role in the senior team, after the likes of Steven Gerrard and Curtis Jones. In return, Hughes might just have done it again and completed a genius deal. Liverpool players drop team news hints for crucial Man UTD clash amid Florian Wirtz call. 3 Liverpool players have dropped clues about their involvement in the upcoming Premier League clash with Manchester United as they aim to get back on track. After a winning streak of 7 games across all competitions this season, the Reds suffered 3 consecutive losses before the October international break, with both their Premier League defeats seeing them concede last-minute goals. The Premier League's return offers Liverpool the perfect chance to rebound. Arne Slot's squad will face off against United at Anfield on Sunday afternoon, 4:30 p.m. KO. For this match, Slot will need to decide whether to include big-money summer signing Florian Wirtz. The attacking midfielder was benched for their recent game against Chelsea. While Wirtz has remained silent on social media, some of his teammates have been more vocal. Midfielder Ryan Gravenberch posted a video on social media featuring Anfield and a pre-match graphic previewing the game. He was joined by fullback Jeremy Frimpong, who shared a graphic preview of the fixture, complete with the words, "You'll never walk alone." Midfielder Dominik Szoboszlai is the third player to tease the game on social media, sharing a pre-match graphic that features him in a Liverpool kit with Anfield in the background. Whilst these graphics don't necessarily confirm which players will start the match, they do indicate that they're expected to be included in the Liverpool squad, as anticipated. Both Gravenberch and Szoboszlai have been regular starters this season, though the same cannot be said for Frimpong. The club's summer acquisition missed the Premier League fixtures against Newcastle United and Arsenal in August due to a hamstring problem. Although he has recovered from the injury, he is yet to earn a Premier League start since then and remained an unused substitute during the defeat to Chelsea before the international break. He entered the game as a second-half replacement against Crystal Palace late last month, but was criticized by Slot for the Eagles' stoppage time winner. "We can only blame ourselves for defending the way we did," the manager said. "One of our players ran out because he wanted to play a counterattack, which was of no use because time was up, so it was only about defending. One player was too offensively minded in that moment, which led to them scoring the winner and us losing the game." Son Cody Gakpo, and no doubt about favorite Liverpool goal with Man Uti verdict. Cody Gakpo named his goal in Liverpool's title-clinching win against Tottenham Hotspur last season as his favorite strike since joining the club. Gakpo moved to Merseyside from PSV Eindhoven in the January 2023 transfer window and has scored 27 goals in England's top flight since, including the third in Liverpool's 5-1 demolition of Spurs last April. The victory secured Liverpool's status as champion, and although it was not the prettiest goal of Gakpo's career, the significance of it means he holds it in high regard. "I was waiting for this goal," Gakpo said. "Maybe not the nicest goal in terms of from where it is and stuff, but for me, it was an iconic moment. The game that we became champions. I took my shirt off. The message on it means a lot to me as well. So the best goal for me personally." Gakpo took his game jersey off to reveal a vest that he was wearing underneath it, which carried the words, "I belong to Jesus." It was an amazing day against Spurs. "So many great things happened in the game," the Dutchman added. "I think almost everybody scored and played a good game. We knew before the game that it couldn't go wrong. This is the feeling you have sometimes. For me to score in this game was very special." Shortly after joining Liverpool, Gakpo opened the scoring and went on to score a brace in a thumping 7-0 win over Manchester United. The Dutchman's first strike was a trademark Gakpo goal, as he cut in from the left flank before rifling the ball into the bottom corner of David De Gea's goal. He went on to score again in the second half with a lovely chipped finish. And unsurprisingly, he also holds that game in high regard too. This game, against Tottenham, and the game against United 7-0, Gakpo said as he identified his favorite goals for the Reds. "I think two historical moments for us. Becoming 20 times champion, scoring in the game as well. We played a good game as a team, and also 7-0 is a big thing as well." Gakpo said that cutting in from the left wing and shooting is a move he practices a lot, and he hopes that practice leads to him scoring more goals like that in the future. "I practice a lot. I'm still practicing," Gakpo said. "I think I can even score more goals from this position because I practice that much," Gakpo said. "It's always nice when you pull it off." Thank you for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.